The SEC filed charges against Binance and its founder, CEO, CZ, which he's known for. There are technically right now 13 charges.
Just one day after filing a lawsuit against Binance, the SEC is now targeting Coinbase.
How significant is this moment, you think, for the crypto sector in the US?
Hello and welcome back to my channel. So the SEC has taken legal action against Binance US and Coinbase, raising eyebrows across the crypto industry. Everyone's wondering what's happening with the market right now. How will this SEC filing affect everyday Americans, and what do these lawsuits mean for crypto and for Bitcoin? To answer all of these questions in today's video, Cathie Wood has shared her viewpoint on the SEC's recent actions and its impact on crypto prices. She's also shared her insight on the future of the crypto market. To know more details, stay tuned until the end of the video. And if you want to stay up to date with the latest crypto insights, markets, and the economy, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. Okay, are you ready? Let's get into it.
What we're seeing is that the judicial and legislative branches of our government, separation of powers, are starting to weigh in on this topic. And the regulator, the SEC, is part of the executive branch appointed by the president. And as we're seeing cases go through court in the judicial system, the the judicial system is questioning the SEC's decisions here. And so we think this is a good thing. We actually think this is going to be in the courts and in legislation for perhaps years. And what has happened in the meantime? We have Binance under increasing regulatory scrutiny for more criminal activities, and fraud being one of them. And therefore, we have the competition to Coinbase really we think it's disappearing. And so that's a good thing longer term for Coinbase.
The world is facing unprecedented uncertainty. Economies are in a constant state of flux, and volatility is the new normal. It's enough to make anyone's head spin, right? The SEC sued the world's biggest crypto exchanges, Binance and Coinbase, last week, increasing the conflict between the government and a wild industry that's been hit by scandals and market crashes. Binance is cutting ties with the US dollar because the SEC's lawsuit against the crypto exchange, which claims that it sold unregistered securities to customers, has damaged its US banking relationship. Meanwhile, Coinbase, which is also in a legal battle with the SEC, said earlier this week that it wasn't going to change anything about its business. As far as anyone knows, Coinbase still has US banking relationships for now. Plus, if the exchange can take the case all the way to the Supreme Court, it may have a chance to weaken the power of the SEC, boosting crypto investors and leaving other investors at risk. So, what do these lawsuits mean for crypto and Bitcoin? Let's find out more in the next clip.
The more uncertainty and volatility there is in the global economies, the more our confidence increases in Bitcoin. And one of the reasons is we've just been through an inflationary scare. We think it was very much supply chain driven. And Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. We also believe now that the bigger risk is deflation, not inflation. And why would Bitcoin do well in that circumstance? It would do well because it's an antidote to counterparty risk in the traditional financial system. On the Bitcoin blockchain, everything is transparent. It may be pseudonymous, but we can see all the transactions, all of the activity, and therefore we have a much better understanding of how little counterparty risk there is in the blockchain world.
The lawsuits do not present existential risks to crypto prices, according to some analysts. For example, Bitcoin prices had an initial plunge after news of the Binance lawsuit, but the price has largely rebounded to where it was. While Bitcoin and Ethereum experienced only minor dips, some other well-known crypto projects took a real beating. Bitcoin helps us to avoid counterparty risk in the traditional financial system. On the Bitcoin blockchain, everything is transparent, even if the participants are not. Even the SEC hasn't mentioned anything about Bitcoin being a security. Meanwhile, Robinhood on Friday announced that it would delist Solana, Cardano, and Polygon from its exchange as of June 27th following regulatory actions against major crypto exchanges, another likely blow to their value.
It was interesting to see the SEC sue Binance on one day and then the next day Coinbase. And they were trying to put them in the same bucket. They are not at all in the same bucket. We have two former officials of Binance US coming forward, and actually we now understand that they have been working with regulators and the government generally to help the government understand how Binance US was not separate and distinct from Binance International, and how much CZ controlled Binance US, and how much of Binance's data was in China, and how much commingling of funds there were. Coinbase is not accused of any of this, and it is unfortunate that the SEC took action against Coinbase the day after Binance, and then seemed to muddy. Chairman Gensler, as he was on one of the major news channels, was trying to implicate Coinbase in the same way that he was implicating Binance. No. They're very different. There are questions about what's a security and about staking. Those are the two questions that Coinbase is facing and Binance is facing. But most of the other questions around Binance have nothing to do with Coinbase.
While Binance US faces serious allegations, Coinbase hasn't been accused of any such activities. And yet, the timing of the SEC's actions against both entities has caused confusion and raised eyebrows. Cathie Wood highlighted that Chairman Gensler in a news interview seemed to suggest that Coinbase was doing the same thing as Binance US, but they're actually very different. The SEC charged Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, and founder Changpeng Zhao with mishandling customer funds and illegally serving US investors. The SEC also charged Coinbase, the only publicly traded crypto exchange company, with illegally operating an unregistered securities exchange. They both denied the charges. A cloud of uncertainty hangs over the regulation of crypto exchanges, and has helped to push down cryptocurrency prices. Will this dissuade retail investors and scare off potential crypto investors?
We have found it very interesting that Bitcoin and crypto generally rallied in the face of a crisis, the regional bank crisis. And that was proof positive to us, at least, that crypto, and especially Bitcoin and to some extent Ether, have become flight to safety vehicles, much like gold. And in fact, it got us thinking about innovation generally, especially now that AI is becoming so important, top of mind, all corporations now, which means it's going to happen faster than otherwise would have been the case. We think innovation is going to be perceived broadly before all is said and done in this cycle as a flight to safety. It's the opposite of the way investors and others have been perceiving it in the last couple of years. They were looking at innovation in a period when interest rates were going up as a problem in their portfolios, because innovation or any long duration asset is very dependent on interest rates. But if interest rates are going down, then they turn from a headwind into a tailwind, so that's good. But this other notion of flight to safety, if and especially in the world of artificial intelligence, If my competitor is doing something in the innovation space, specifically AI, that I am not doing, and I am going to lose, then I need to get there quickly. This is a safety valve for me to innovate at least as fast, if not faster, than my competitors. And AI certainly is bringing that risk and that opportunity to life in a way that we couldn't have imagined in 2014 when we were doing our work on NVIDIA and who else might be the beneficiaries of this very powerful movement.
When the chips are down, investors are increasingly turning to cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin and Ether, as their go-to safe haven assets. What does the future of the crypto market look like to you? How will Bitcoin and crypto prices be affected post-SEC actions against Binance and Coinbase? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates on crypto and the economy. Also, be sure to give a big thumbs up to this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Adios.